Good evening, good afternoon, good day, good Easter Sunday weekend, whatever you want to say. This is
Friday?
it's Good Friday, yes.
Yes, not Easter Sunday.
I said Easter weekend.
No, you said Easter Sunday.
I said Easter weekend.
You said Easter Sunday.
I said good Easter weekend.
Oh, whatever, dude.
I'm Grimnag,
Frieren.
and this is that Aussie couple, as you may have surmised, back for a kind of a makeup episode.
Yeah, I know we missed out last week's episode, but honestly, time just blew right by us, and by the time we remembered, it was really late at night, and we just thought we'd make up for it this long weekend.
So we've got two episodes for you. This one's going to be more of a gaming episode, which folks who don't know us don't know that we actually both game.
Yes, we are gamers, the
But
family of gamers.
very different gamers, though.
Yes, you are shoot and kill, and I am cozy gamer.
Yeah, you do your fair share of killing and shooting.
Yeah, well, it depends on the mood I'm in.
True. Let's get started with our first story for today. This one comes from yardbreaker.com. My Time at Evershine, an ambitious new game from Pathia. Now we have to open this up with a bit of background. How many hours have you in the previous two games?
Okay, my time at Porsche, I logged 800 hours,
Okay,
I
fair.
think. And my time at Sandrock, I logged 1,300 hours, only because I was doing beta testing for them as well.
And with the new
Oh,
one?
Evershine, I'll be totally missing for the next year.
Because you've backed it on Kickstarter.
Yes, I backed it on Kickstarter. It's very near and dear to my heart. The game just got me, I guess. Not to mention that the devs are really, really nice.
As for the article itself, this is a pretty straightforward introduction for those who don't know. If you're a cozy game fanatic, like my wife, this game is probably on your radar. But if not, why? Allow us to introduce your next obsession, My Time at Evershine. The latest game in Pathia Games' wonderful My Time series is shaping up to be a warm, relaxing, adventure packed with charming characters, just trying to make the world a better place in this post apocalyptic setting of the Alliance. If you know, you know. You know, don't you?
I know.
See, I knew she'd knew. Now, I think the first thing anybody who's seen screenshots of this recognize is the characters look way different.
Yes, they've changed their graphics yet again. So much better. I am a huge fan of how I want a game to look. And Porsche was cartoony, as I think they're mentioning in the article there.
Yep, you read.
And then Sandrock, they upgraded their graphics again.
Yes,
And now with
well, because
Evershine,
they had money.
yes, and Evershine totally got blown out of the water because everyone and their mother backed the game. And they managed to upgrade their graphics yet again.
Oh, you read Post Apocalypse, but the game looks less dystopian and more wholesome? Yeah, that's because the My Time series takes place a good bit of time after the day of calamity that caused the nuclear winter. Humanity survived for hundreds of years underground, but we're finally able to return to the surface, and now everyone is rebuilding everywhere. Welcome to my life at Evershine.
Okay, stop. So just scroll up for a minute to the picture.
Yeah,
The girl in green, that'll be the governor. Now, the previous two
not Builder.
games, no, yeah, well, she does build, but this time she actually delegates work to NPCs to get the job done. The previous two games, it was just you building, no one else helped you, but this time round, she gets help.
And this dude is one of the many
And that
romance
is
options.
Commander Avery.
Was he in a previous game?
He was in Sandrock,
Yeah,
briefly introduced,
yeah.
and everyone fell in love with him.
Wasn't he the dude who took the governor away?
That took
Mayor.
the mayor. Yes,
I
that
haven't played these games. I've
that I
watched her
said from
play
the
them.
beginning. I called it from the beginning, and
He's a
I'm
bad
glad
guy.
that he's in it, and he's a main love interest, hopefully, for a lot of people.
So your first playthrough?
My first playthrough, yes. Also, I'm just really glad that they managed to get the same voice actor for Commander Avery.
All right. The storyline for My Time at Evershine, as you can tell, she knows quite a bit about it, Takes place 3 years after the My Time at Portia and My Time at Sandrock storylines. Your job, dear player, is to become governor of Evershine and the area around it, building it up to the next gem in the free cities of Alliance Crown, because they sent you and several others in the wild like it was no biggie. You'll be able to gather resources, craft items, and build structures that will make life easier for the citizens of Evershine, all while the Duvos Empire is breathing down your neck. What about the trailer? Now, you didn't come to read an epic of awesomeness that is My Time series. Nah, you came to read about the trailer on Steam and see what we can expect with the My Time and Evershine. The similarities and differences, hoping that it's not just a flashy show with no substance. So if everything remains true, then we're in for a nice upgrade from the usual My Time gameplay. The trailer itself just makes the anticipation greater as it plays almost like a AAA trailer rather than an indie developer. Excitement is rising. With explosions, somber rain scenes, and character introductions that make you want more. Is that Avery? And Steve, I see?
Stev.
Stev? His name
Yeah.
is Stev? Isn't
Yeah,
that the
he
guy with the
was.
bird?
No, that's Fang. Stev is a Duvos soldier from Sandrock. And apparently, there's some story. We're all eager to find out what his storyline is. Did he manage to escape Duvos and come and live at Evershine? So yeah, he was hilarious in Sandrock. So we're all happy to see him.
With returning characters combined with the new storyline for My Time at Evershine should have more depth for us to enjoy. Thankfully, Pathé Games kept their wholesome art style in My Life at Evershine, but we can see a huge upgrade from the first two games. My Time at Portia had more cartoonish character builds, which evolved into the more manga anime style characters with cartoonish undertones from My Time at Sandrock. There is a major difference that we can see right off the bat. My Time at Evershine characters are pulling a Final Fantasy with less cartoon and more full blown action manga anime character design. We don't know what this will mean for the character design that happens when you first start the game. Now that the character designs look more mainstream, that will take away from the fun of the customization the fans of the game have come to enjoy.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll take the fun away
Well, I mean, you're going to
because the
toe the time.
devs were making sure that we had plenty of options. Maybe not right off the bat, but they might integrate it like further on during development.
From the looks of the trailer, Pathia Games is using its Kickstarter funds well with the development of My Time and Evershine. The trailer promises us this game will show the growth that Pathia Games has in regards to the My Time series. Character design and possible storyline have gone through an evolution to create a more action-packed game rather than the cozy crafter that we're used to. We saw the evolution first with My Time and Sandrock, where branching but cohesive storylines created a more well-thought-out game. Hopefully, My Life at Evershine will be a new standard that Pathé Games for the future games like it.
My time at Sandrock was really long. It was the
In
game
a
was
bad
just
way?
it was just too long to get anywhere in the main storyline. They did a first act, and then you kind of like twiddled your thumbs and did side quests and stuff,
Mhm.
and then you had the second act, and then rinse and repeat. So they said that Evershine is going to be the same length approximately as Portia, which is what is it like for the Three Bears nursery or whatever it was?
Just right?
Just right.
Yeah.
Not too little, not too much.
Yeah.
Just right. Yeah.
So you're looking for your baby bear bed.
It's due out this spring. The alpha comes out in spring, so we're all still waiting.
But it's not going to be a public alpha.
No, it's
And
only
it's
going
not
to
going to be
be.
an early
It's
access.
only no early access because they managed to get enough funds for not to do early access, and
But
only people that backed alpha will get alpha access.
so guess what she bought?
Alpha
Now, real quick before we move on to the next one, uh, what was your first video game that you played majorly?
World of Warcraft.
Yep. And how did we hang out while we're still on opposite sides of the planet?
In World of Warcraft.
There we go. So you're an MMO player first.
Yes.
Then, what do you think your next one was? Was it Puzzle Quest? Do you think your next game that took a lot of time?
Puzzle Quest. You introduced me to that when you sent me your Game Boy
Yeah.
to while away the hours while I waited to move.
Right. So you were playing WoW first, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
and then Puzzle Quest, or I think that's the only game of the Game Boy that you played mostly.
Yes.
Right.
And then I moved on to Puzzle Quest on the Xbox.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do you think you went after that?
I don't remember what I played after that.
Hmm.
Was it Final Fantasy?
Don't think so. I don't think you've ever played a Final Fantasy for very long, let alone except for 14, the MMO,
Oh, I don't
but
know.
only briefly.
I don't know. It's 18 years ago, man.
Yeah, I just want people to get a kind of a feel for where you are versus me as a gamer,
I
which is
do love MMOs, but again, it's got to have a good storyline to it. But I do like cozy farm games where, well, not really farm games. It's that has a bit of everything.
I'm old enough that my first game was Combat on the Atari 2600. My dad's Atari 2600, so I technically wasn't that old, but old. One button, a six-way joypad, and that was it, or eight-way.
Now you've got me thinking, trying to figure out what I played after. No, I played WoW for quite a
Oh yeah, you
a
played a
very
long
long
time,
time.
yeah. And you're very much a single game person versus me, who bounces between
Yeah,
things all the time.
your attention span's like 5 minutes, whereas mine, even the kids don't get how I can get sucked into something for hours on end.
Well, speaking of my 5 minutes, boom, Marvel Rivals is my current 5 minute game. Used to play Overwatch. Now I've totally moved over to Rivals from there. Never been a super competitive player, but I do play.
You're not really.
No, no, I've never. I don't play the competitive mode like the
No,
ranked
no, no,
modes.
no. Yeah, no, I don't mean that. But what I mean by competitive is that when you and I play, you always have to get there first.
I don't know what you're talking.
Uh huh. Beat me to a destination or something first. That is why I always let you lead first.
Well, that and you fall off of bridges.
Yes, and I get sidetracked with pretty flowers and anything else that I need to go and pick.
And you don't read maps well.
And I don't read maps well.
So it makes sense that I'd be in the lead.
It will make sense that my first ever tune in WoW was a druid. That if I fell off something, I could turn into a bird.
Well, you couldn't do that when you made the druid the first time.
No,
You
no,
couldn't even fly when that's when you made.
no,
the
that
druid.
came later when they allowed flying indoors as well.
Yeah. Anyways, on to the story. Marvel Rival makes fans unhappy by adding a fifth new currency. Yes, that's what we need. But then again, it's a free to play game. They always have like multiple layers of currencies.
You know why I don't like Marvel Rivals?
Why?
Guess.
It's mostly third
What's
person
my first thing that I always check on games?
graphics.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't like the graphics.
What? What's wrong with them?
That's why I liked Overwatch so much because I liked the graphics in Overwatch.
I don't see a huge difference in the graphics to myself.
Well,
It's
you're
an
not
art
an artist,
style.
are you?
No, I'm not. It's an art style thing.
Anyway, back to you.
We reported yesterday that Marvel Rifles was adding a new system to allow players to customize the color of some of their favorite costumes, and I've seen some of them. They're basically just like, hey, look, you want color one or color two when you buy the thing or get the costume. Today, the patch release adding this functionality, and fans aren't entirely thrilled with the results. The first smaller issue is the lack of customization allowed. Only 4 skins have recolor options at present, a somewhat disappointing initial rollout. Yeah, I barely even noticed it. The second issue caused a lot more outcry, which is how these new color combinations are obtained. Marvel Rivals has added a new currency named Unstable Molecules, which players will need 600 of to purchase a customized colored costume. This currency is not available to earn at present and instead must be purchased by exchanging Lattice, a premium pay currency. The 600 Lattice needed to create 600 unstable molecules cost players roughly $6 in the US. The developers state that unstable molecules will be earnable in the future.
Which is about $10 Australian.
Yeah, so basically one, two, three, four outfits, and you get to pick color one, color two, and that's it.
No, they got to get their money from somewhere.
Yeah, this is the fifth currency in the game, with premium lattice now being convertible into units to purchase cosmetics, unstable molecules to purchase customized color costumes, chrono tokens to progress through the battle pass, and separate players can earn the new costume coins in a separate paid bundle that can be redeemed for selected skins or for select skins. Fans have called up the move to reply to this announcement post, calling the price too much for skins we already paid a premium on, and compared it to the free outfit styles offered by a rival live service game, Fortnite. NetEase is yet to reply to fan outcry, and they have been quick to respond to criticisms in the past, so we'll be sure to provide updates in the future should the story change. How do you feel about the introduction of a new currency in Marvel Rivals and a paid system to customize costumes? Let us know in the comments below. So, me personally, I play freaking World of Tanks. I mean, having random skins and stuff like that never. At least they're not making you
It's
buy the entire
nice,
thing again.
but no, I wouldn't spend money on a skin.
I've done it. I've spent way too much on these games in the past, but I've spent nothing on Marvel Rivals and I've enjoyed it. You know. Oh, sorry. I take it back. I did buy one battle pass at the very beginning, but that's it. and
Right.
I can still access it. That's like interesting
Mm.
thing. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
give me the. I told you about it. But again, I
Now I know where my money goes.
ha ha ha. That is Emma Frost. She's a tank, oddly enough. It was actually pretty fun.
Well, at least they kept the boobage to a minimum,
Uh, the person
sort
who
of.
posted this picture points off that basically her clothes end right there, and she has hips.
Okay. Is she wearing underwear at least?
Oh no, the clothes go past her butt line, so it's
Oh,
not like
okay.
you're just see undies there, but it's like
Wouldn't
and
surprise
stops.
me.
Well, there are other skins that
Just
probably
like,
do, but
like First Descendant.
they're not that bad. Hey, you played First Descendant.
Yeah, and all you can see is the butt crack of the character that's running in front of you.
Yeah, you were a good shooter though. Next up, we have from MMORPG.com, Palia's free Elderwood expansion brings magic, a new zone, and a new consoles on May 13th. Tell us
Finally!
tell us a bit about Palia, who this is another game you've played. How much?
800 hours?
All right, so tell us a bit about
Oh,
Palia.
I don't know, not that much.
Besides
Steam,
being a
Steam
cozy game,
400 before they went to Steam, probably another 300. Yeah. It is, yes, it is. There is no fighting in this game. All you get to do is mine, pick, and hunt animals
and fish,
and fish
and build stuff,
and build stuff.
and
And
farm.
I've been playing and farm, yes, and I've been playing this game since it came out, basically, I think.
Yep.
Because it was one of the ones that I was following back then in 2023, I believe it came out.
Cozy MMO Palia is gearing up to bring a brand of magic to both the world of Palia and to new audiences as the Elderwood expansion launches next month. Alongside the new content launch is a launch on two new platforms, Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5. I had the chance to check out the new content back at GDC 2025 last month, as well as check out Palia running on a PlayStation 5. Coming away from the experience, excited to check out more coming May 13th. It's been a while since I had played Palia myself, and it's been no secret that the team at Singularity 6 has been through tough times since its beta launch back in August 2023, when you started playing. It's inspiring to see the team still trucking along, and Elderwood feels like a natural evolution of the world the S6 team is building with Palia. And you've seen some of this in that dev stream the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
While it's still a cozy game at heart, Polio's Elderwood expansion does feel a little distinct tonal shift from the base game, oozing with a darker color palette and brimming with magical energy. Elderwood doesn't feel sinister per se, but there is something certainly malevolent going on here.
Yeah, it feels very different.
Elderwood starts off some of the story beats with the team been laying down ever since the concept update back in November. Magic is coming back to Palia, and the adventure zone of Elderwood is absolutely brimming with the stuff. Elderwood also brings a new faction into the forefront with the first Umbrian NPC introduced with the expansion. Do you know anything about the Umbrians?
No.
Oh, good. Something completely new then.
Yeah.
Elderwood itself is a joy to explore, and I especially love the verticality of the zone. A dark canopy of trees block the sun from reaching the ground in Elderwood, so everything is lit with luminescent crystals and lamps giving off a purplish hue. In true Palia fashion, you can climb, glide, and in some cases, bounce using massive mushrooms to reach new heights. At the center of this is the Elderwood Stables, which acts as a fast travel point of sorts. As I explored Elderwood, I came across stable points which unlock new fast travel spots, acting as a hub and spoke style system. It's important to make your way back to the stables when you can, as it's where the new artifact and relic crafting stations are located. Artifacts are effectively puzzles that you'll need to complete. You do this by finding pieces of each artifact around the world or trading with other players, whether the trading post or within your party. Relics are unlocked once an artifact is completed. Relics, meanwhile, are pieces of equipment that bestow a buff on you and your party, which makes mixing and matching alongside your friends important to try and get the most bang for your buff, so to speak.
Now, the thing I do hate is being forced to socialize in a game.
Yeah, but the forced socialization in Poly is pretty basic. It's like, hey guys, I'm hitting this tree. Everybody else wants to hit before it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah, but I mean, like with this now, you know,
Oh,
for trading, you have to like literally chase down other players and go, hey, you know.
Yeah, but again, there's only 20 people on a server, a shard at a time,
25, yeah.
and you can literally type, "Hey, anybody want to trade for this?"
I know, but
Well, who says you have to be standing there and actively trading? Maybe it's got like a trading board,
no, no.
like
The
WoW did.
the trading booths are in the black market. It's an underground market
Mm-hmm.
that works during the night, and they're there. The booths are there, so you have to literally like sort of be there.
Stand there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because there's a button there, as it were, that says trade. You know.
Yeah. So real time trading. Okay. There's a ton to do in Elderwood as well. Fans of Polio will no doubt be hunting for those recipes needed to continue to build amazing houses and other builds on their plots. There are over 800 individual housing decoration items in the cozy MMO and counting. While others might want to go hunt down their new insects and game found within Elderwood, and they fight back for the first time in Palia. Though in true Palia fashion, there's no real concern about dying or going back to a spawn point, just a mild inconvenience of getting a bit dizzy. So that would say block your aim or something. Ooh, I got knocked back. Yay. Try again.
Yeah, there's no fall damage,
And then, of
as it
course,
were.
there's the main storyline, which uncovers the dark magic at work in the Elderwood and starts to uncover a bit more about Umbra and its role in the world of Palia. New players coming to Palia on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X will have plenty to do, and the cozy MMO will support a full cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. During my demo, I was impressed by how well the cozy MMO ran on PlayStation 5, with Singularity 6 telling me that it was running on native 4K 60. During my demo, I didn't notice any real hitches or frame rate drops throughout the experience, and everything just popped on the screen. As someone who was coming from mouse and keyboard as my primary way of playing Palia after its launch, the controller support felt pretty good as well, though I think I will still prefer the mouse and keyboard controls at the end of the day. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out for Singularity 6 come May 13th. Over 6 million players have tried Palia, even I've tried Palia, since its August
Five
2023
minutes.
launch on PC. I didn't say I tried it for long. And including the new content expansion, free with the already free to play Cozy MMO, is bound to attract some new players on Xbox and PlayStation next month. I'm certainly going to be coming back to explore Elderwood more, only this time it might be from the comfort of my couch on PlayStation. You obviously will not. You're never really good with a good gamepad, are you?
No, I've always been a PC player.
And Game Boy. And even then, it was basically because it had a touchpad that you can go click on, push the gems on. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to Elder Woods because it's been a long time coming. And in saying that, I hope S6 really gets back to fixing the bugs and everything that's been plaguing everybody now that they'll have Elder Woods out. But that introduces a whole bunch of new bugs. So
Okay, well, you just want them to polish them.
no, there are bugs that have been going on for months and months and months.
Yeah.
You fix one bug and another bug appears.
Hmm.
Then you fix that bug and the older bug breaks again, and you know,
And so it continues.
yes,
Well, with that, we hope your gaming experience doesn't have bugs in it, and we hope you'll see Frieren running around in Palia and maybe eventually in Evershine.
yes. As soon as I'm able to, I will be recording my gameplay in Evershine, but that won't be until next year when the game releases to the world.
Or when they release the NDA on whatever build you're working on.
That won't be until full access.
They might do it a little earlier to kind of put out the hype.
Who
Dun,
knows?
dun, dun. If you want to see more, Freerun does record her own game
I
streams here
do
and there.
record, yes, Palia. Um, I don't have a lot of viewers, but that's fine. I just like sharing.
And then there's the whole, we're trying to figure out if we can get the streaming to work here, but this is Australia and the internet is run
Don't
by,
blame the country.
we're further from everybody else when it comes to it. This is physics.
Yes, because we're at the bottom of the planet and gravity is bad here or something.
No, because the servers for YouTube are elsewhere.
Hmm.
So, anyways,
Stop dissing Australia.
I'm not dissing Australia. I'm dissing our internet.
We have MBN, dude.
I know we have fiber to the house, and still the stream doesn't want to work.
You'll never be happy with the internet we have.
I'm never happy with internet anywhere
No,
because
that's true.
it's not instantaneous.
Wishes for horses.
Yes, yes,
A lot of things would happen.
yes. We'd have a nice dude ranch.
Okay.
All right, well, that's it for this week.
Anyway,
Thanks for hanging out to the end of the video.
Thank you for putting up with us.
You have a great one, and we hope you check out the next video we do this weekend as well.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.